Have a great time.
See you later. Thank you.
Bye.
Side of the tram or have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red E cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram. I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Remember to use the red cord above your head if you need any assistance. The studio is private property, and at any time during the tour, you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord and remain seated. Please, there's no smoking of any kind during the tour. Be prepared, our tour today features loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and many water effects. You'll want to have your cameras out for great photos, but do keep an eye on them so they don't get wet or fall off the side of the tram. And finally, for your safety and the safety of everybody around you, please do not use selfie sticks. All right, everybody, we're headed down into the studio, and on your right-hand side, you're going to see the rolling hills of Super Nintendo World. Beautiful, right? Just the way nature intended it. Just wonderful. And then on your left and right, you're going to see posters that celebrate just some of the thousands of movies we've made here at Universal Studios. And on your screen, you're going to see Carl Lemley. There he is. He opened up the studio to the public on March 15, 1915, because he wanted to show everybody how movies were made. And he called this the weirdest city in the world. And that is what we are. We are a city. We have our own sheriff's department, we have our own zip code, we even have our own fire department. Coming up over here, your right-hand side. This is the actual functioning fire department just for the studio lot right here. And take note of that fire station number, 51. That was actually first used as a fictional fire station back in 1972 on the show Emergency. It was used again in the movie Backdraft in 1991. You'll see a poster right there on your right. There it is. And it's being used nowadays on the show Chicago Fire. Just a little through line to the fictional fire station that Universal's had their hands in. And on your left-hand side, you're going to see a lot of construction going on. That is because we are expanding our studios. We're putting in new sound stages and more production facilities to meet the demand of production right here in Hollywood, which is great, because that means more stories to love and more characters to love, like the ones in Bel Air.
You just put a little bit of guess what it is. You put egg on the cheese, you put cheese on the eggs, on the cheese is right. Whoa, I'm gonna see something else. It's not gonna be a lot. We can totally fit the whole Bel Air cast and crew. No, we're not even this mansion. And for sure, you look at the yard. The place where the mansion lives right here on the Universal lot. Right. Some of those pivotal scenes have been filmed right here. We've been here almost maybe 4 minutes. Come on, there's so many to choose from. You know, I remember before you said when the world first enters, and at that moment his life changes forever. What about you? Well, the Bel Air Academy Gym set is here too, and I knew we had to sit in that 45 spot. So, yeah, and that was great. I still can't feel my toes. Like, seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew we put all together. Yeah, wardrobe, makeup, set design, costumes, transportation. Yes, transport's the best. They got the sweetest lives for us to claim. Actually, speaking of, if we're gonna get a ride like this, we better go talk to Transport now and let these people go back to their tour. Hey, that sounds good. I'm not to drive. Oh, no, I got the keys. Oh, man.
That's right, so these studios that you see on your left-hand side is where we filmed Bel Air. So all those sets that they were talking about were once inside the various studios that you're looking at on your left. And as we make our way around on your left-hand side, you're going to see this parking structure. Now, this parking structure is where we park our cars. Yeah. A lot of fascinating stuff happening here at Universal Studios. And they're right over there. It's stage 14. That is where, if you remember in the original Jurassic World movie, where the Brachiosaurus sneezes on the kids, that happened right inside there. Still trying to clean the snot off. That's how bad it was. And if you take a look at the side of the studio there, you see those really big doors. Those are called elephant doors. They're called that because they're big enough to fit an elephant through. And right next to that, you'll see a people-sized door on the right-hand side with a little light right next to it. That light is called a wigwam. And that'll flash like a siren when they're filming on the inside to let people know on the outside not to bust in through the door yelling things like, "Hey, what's everybody want for lunch?" Because that will get on the soundtrack. And over here on your left, you see this gray and glass building. That is a post-production facility inside there. Everything can be done. Special effects can be added. Additional voices for the actors can be added. Anything that has to happen after filming, post-production. And on your left as well, you see this Richard roof building. Inside there is an amazing workshop where we build our sets and our flats. We also store the sets and flats inside there in between seasons of television shows we're not using. And as we come out the other side, you'll see an example of what a flat looks like. You'll see that box lattice on one side, and on the other side, the camera-facing side, it is usually a thin piece of plywood called glue-on or decorated with whatever's needed according to the script. And right over there, your left-hand side, is our first celebrity sighting, everybody. It's Ted. Hey, Ted, how's it going? Now, Ted's toasting us with his martini because he's super excited about his new television show. It's a prequel to the two Ted movies. And over here on the right, this Bud Westmore building. Inside there, there is a metal shop that helps us create our interior and exterior sets. And there's also a casting shop where they cast metal and plastic and plaster that also help with the creation of our interior and exterior set. Inside, you'll see our production bungalows. Inside there, we have production companies like Dwayne Johnson's $7 Productions. He does the Embark show. And Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions. He does the Note movie. So what's happening in there is casting and budgeting and writing and all the things that have to happen before that script that they're writing can actually be turned into a television show or a movie. And right here, Bungalow 5195 on your left, that's where Alfred Hitchcock had his bungalow when he worked here at Universal Studios. Now, originally, those bungalows were built for our contract actor players way back in the heyday of cinema. So actors like Doris Day and Jimmy Stewart would stay in there in between their acting jobs, kind of like a glorified dressing room. And over here on your left, you see these newer sound stages. The very first production of those was in 2016. It's Hairspray Live. All right, everybody, we're leaving our front lot. We're heading towards our back lot where we keep our exterior sets. We're coming up on our Metropolitan set or our Metro set right on your right-hand side. Now, inside our little metropolis, we've got everything a city could want. We've got a banking district, a shopping district, theater district, some top storefronts. We even have a back alley, right? For those back alley scenes on the right-hand side. There it is. Look at that. You know, hey, Gino, I need the money. I don't got it. Gino didn't make it, everybody. Sorry to tell you. And over there on our right, you can see our brownstones just like the ones in New York, except there's nothing inside. Those are just facades. And that is where, in Home Alone 2, when Kevin McAllister dumped a can of paint right on top of Joe Pesci, happened right over there. They weren't lost in New York at all. They were lost right here in the Universal lot. And now, everybody, we are about to go back to the future. Because we are going to go see the Back to the Future clock tower coming up on your right-hand side. Excuse me, left-hand side. There it is, just like it was in the movie, except it's just a little bit different because we use it all the time. Recently, it was used for Rutherford Falls. This was also Kingston Falls in the movie The Gremlins. And that clock tower used to be a courthouse and was used in To Kill a Mockingbird. This place is used all of the time.
It was actually the backlot square that inspired the entire climate.
Well, I have seen something of the clock tower on that ledge. It was left by about wide. And I was standing inside looking for that, and I already had everything. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I could stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a table.
Hi, everybody, we're leaving the clock tower, and we are headed to our New York Street. And there's a couple of New Yorkers right there. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Hey! And my co-host, well, Jimmy Fallon loves New York, and he wants to tell you a little bit about our New York Street.
To New York. Hey, I got it started right here on Saturday night. This is actually my old name. What's got the most tough way. How's it going? Remember me? Girl. Just like old times. We all love New York. Hey, it's cool, guys. I was just, just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it's shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here at the Universal Lot.
Now, as you saw at the end of that video there, they dressed the city up to look like all different parts of New York. And if you look up at these buildings here, at the very top, look at the windows, you might notice that the windows at the top are a little bit smaller than the windows below it, and so on and so on. We do that because when the camera looks at that, it creates a forced perspective that these buildings are taller than they really are. Little trick of the camera, because the camera only has one eye, it has a hard time discerning what's height and depth and things like that, so we can kind of trick it. Now, these buildings are about 50 feet tall, but if you want to make a city look like a city, you really want to make the buildings look nice and big, right? Also, like I said before, we have a casting shop that casts plastic. So the bricks that you're looking at, like right there on your left-hand side, those aren't really bricks. Those are made of sheets of plastic stamped to look. Yeah, it's a little trick right there. Don't try anybody here told you that. Okay, thank you. Now, like I said, those are stamped pieces of plastic. And the reason why we don't actually make a building out of bricks is because that means we have to knock it down if we want to change it. So we want to make it really easy for us to change the outside of the building so it's quick and economical. All right, everybody, we're leaving the city and we're headed to the jungle. We're going back to Skull Island, everybody. And Peter Jackson wants to tell you about his inspiration. Take it away, Peter. Super.
Creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when you most of my way back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses and your but come on, yeah, just bring your hand about Skull Island.
That's right, everybody. We are headed back to Skull Island. Please remember to stay seated, keep your arms and legs inside the tram at all times. And if you are going to do any photography, please make sure to keep your flash off out of respect to the people around. All right, everybody, let's go visit King Kong. That experience was brought to you on screens that are 40 feet tall, 180 feet wide. It was created by the Academy Award-winning company Weta Effects. It's a digital effects company that has worked with Peter Jackson on King Kong, as well as Animal the Apes, Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit trilogies, and Avatar. Noticed during that King Kong experience there that one of the tram cars got pulled on screen. Now, anytime there's a vehicle on screen, it's called a picture car. Could be a tram car, could be a boat, could be playing in a regular car. It's called a picture car. We here at Universal, we love our picture cars. And we'd love to show them to you. So get your cameras out, everybody, because it's picture cars. Picture cars. That's right, coming up here on your left-hand side. Now, this first one you're going to see, this yellow hot rod, is from American Graffiti. That's the George Lucas one. And just past that one, it's my personal favorite. It's the red Ferrari from the original Magnum PI series. Now, I know what you're thinking. Whoa, exactly. You're thinking, Brian, are you crazy leaving a Ferrari out in the weather like that all the time? Yes, I am crazy, but that's not the reason why. That's not a real Ferrari. That's a shell of a Ferrari with a Volkswagen engine. Then we got some futuristic cars, so they'll be Back to the Future 2. Those are from the year 2015. That's going to be a big year. Then we got some prehistoric cars, the Flintstones, made of rubber and plastic. Harry Potter's Ford Angela that gets beaten up by the Whopping Willow. And down here we got the gyrosphere from Jurassic World. Now you notice there's no glass globe around that because that is a special effect that was added in later in a post-production facility like the one we saw earlier. And then just down here, we got this tank-looking thing, this Bagley infantry fighting vehicle from Transformers. But you know what, guys? It's not actually a tank. It's made out of plywood. Again, do not tell anybody about this secret, okay? Okay, thank you. It's just between me and you. If people knew that Hollywood was making cars out of plywood, the system would crumble. Now, you may have noticed that those cars take you from the past to the future, just like the original self-driving Ford Explorer from the original Jurassic Park movie. And I'd like to take you to Jurassic Park right now. Except my friend Dr. John Hammond, he just loves to do the introduction. So I'm going to let him do it. John, if you don't mind.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Thanks, John. Okay, over here on the left-hand side. Woo, sorry about that. You can see a mobile lab unit that is also made out of plywood. Okay, do not tell anybody about this. This is the actual unit that was used in Lost World, the second Jurassic Park movie. And then right over here on your right-hand side, you're going to see the cages where we keep our dinosaurs. They appear to be empty. Okay? You know what? Don't worry about it. It's just a prehistoric animal running around in a modern world. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? Okay, something could possibly go wrong. Now, the spit will not kill you, but it will melt your face off, so try to avoid it at all costs. Alright, it appears to be that most of you avoid it at all costs. You know what? That's good enough for me. And then, you know, remember in all Jurassic Park movies how whenever things get tense, that's when it starts to rain, right? But how do we make it rain when we need it to rain? Great question, by the way. I love that you guys are asking really amazing questions already. Well, Chris is going to take us down to our old Mexico set, and we're going to show you how we make it rain. But please do remember to stay seated, keep your arms and legs inside the tram at all times, and hold on to your belongings. All right, now when you think of a good rainstorm, it usually starts with some thunder and lightning, right? Well, how do we do that? Easy enough. On your right side here, on top of these buildings, we have two boxes. One has a speaker, one has a strobe light. The strobe light will flash and act like lightning. Speaker will let out a thunderous sound. Boom, boom, bang, bang, bang. We've got thunder and lightning. And it might even look a little something like this. Like this. Like, there we go. Come on, thunder and lightning. You gotta get your cue. Now the clouds will roll. The thunder will clap. The lightning will strike. And then we will get rain. Like this. Nice. Now we can make it rain harder. We can make it rain softer. It really depends on what the script calls for. We have the ability to make that adjustment. Now you might notice that the rain is actually being shot at the sprinkler heads that are way up high above the buildings that you're looking at. And it's falling to the ground using something that I like to call gravity. Oh, little side to the show each and every evening. Now when it rains, you're going to get puddles. And if it keeps on raining, those puddles will get bigger. But if the rain never really stops, well, oh boy. All right, everybody, hold on to those precious belongings. And your children, too. Whoa! Whoa! It looks like some of you won't have to take a shower tonight. So all that water is going to go under the bridge, get pumped up the hill, and held in a tank for the next tram to come by and take pictures of it. That is the most photographed water you'll ever see. I hope you got a picture. It is also a practical effect, and it was used in the movie Big Fat Liar.
How do you make blood?
But you can't watch a wolf game.
We'll see about that.
You know, if he'd only taken the tour, he would have known that was going to happen. Welcome to 6 Points. This is our old Western village. This is where Quentin Tarantino filmed his last movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Most of these buildings are facades. That means they're just for filming on the outside. There's only one building here that is a practical building you can film inside and outside. And take a look at the doors. You see, some of them are actually pretty small, and some of them are really big. We do that because if you want to make somebody look bigger and burlier and stronger than they really are, you put them in a small door frame, so they fill up the door frame. You want to do the exact opposite, you put them in a big door frame, so they look small. It makes it feel weak. Just like we were doing, messing with the perspective using the windows, we can do that with doors, using the camera lens, or tricking the camera lens, I should say. And as we make our way out here, if you notice on your left-hand side, you'll be able to see right through the windows of this last building and see the rest of the studio. But, you know, we put some curtains in those windows, point the camera in the right direction, and you as a viewer, you never know that you're looking at a facade of an old Western building. And then right there, as we make our way out on your left, you're going to see some more sound stages. 30, 31, 32, and 33. That is where we filmed The Voice. And we also filmed American Song Contest in there with hosts Snoop Dogg and Kelly Clarkson. And we are about halfway through our tour. So I do want to remind you to please stay seated, keep your arms and legs inside the tram at all times. If you do drop your phone, or you need to use the restroom, you can pull that corner button again. I will be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. All right, everybody. And right there on your left-hand side, you can see a body of water. That is where the creature from the Black Lagoon crawled at her. And then also doubled as the ocean for the show McHale's Navy. And we are headed to our Little Europe set. So this is where we filmed a lot of our classic Universal monster movies, like Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein and Wolfman. And as we make our way in here, you can see how this could be any little European village, right? All we got to do is put the right signage in the windows, the right lampposts, the right post boxes, put the right language around, and we can be transported to anywhere in France, or Germany, or Spain, or Holland. It all depends on how we set decorate. Set decorator is a very important artist in making of a television show or a movie. This is where Mel Brooks filmed his History of the World Part 1 movie, and this is also doubled as The Good Place for all 4 seasons of The Good Place. And coming up over here on your left-hand side, you're going to see a railway station sign that's left over from the show. And over here on your right-hand side, you'll see this courtyard. We call this the courtyard of miracles. So this is where, in all the classic Universal monster movies, the angry villagers would come with their pitchforks and their torches. And they'd be like, "Oh, I don't like monsters in my village. Get them out of here. I don't understand them." You know, I always thought if they just took a moment to maybe get to know them, they might find out it's a useful member of society, right? I mean, let's take Frankenstein's monster for just a moment. That guy is super tall. I mean, he can reach stuff off the top shelf. As a short person, I'd hire him. I'm just saying maybe we should all take a moment to get to know our monsters. We just might find out they're useful members of society. Now, here's an interesting story about Frankenstein's monster. It was originally supposed to be played by Bela Lugosi, and Bela Lugosi played Dracula and was the biggest Universal star at the time. And that's why they wanted him to play the monster, because of his star power. But he was not into it because he had no lines, and he had to wear a lot of makeup. But the producers of Frankenstein were like, "Well, we really want you to do it." They wanted to dine to him, and he was like, "All right, I'll do it. But only if you let me do my own makeup. And I am so sorry to interrupt the story, but we just got invited into a hot set. That means they're filming on the set, but because they're on break, we get a chance to go check it out. But please remember to stay seated, keep your arms and legs inside the tram at all times, and get your cameras out, everybody, because we're in a Hollywood hot set. This does not happen all the time. This is so cool. Check it out. Looks like we're in the subway. Definitely. And this must be a period piece, because I'm seeing some old cameras over there and some payphones. That's old technology we don't use anymore. So maybe we're thinking like, I don't know, late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there. And then right there on your right-hand side, it says San Francisco. Welcome to San Francisco subway. Cool. Right there on the right-hand side is the subway map. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. This is Southern California. We live in a tremor. And we have to, okay. All right, everybody. Hold on. Just hold on. It's okay. We're going to be okay. I promise. Hold on to your children. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, watch out back there. Watch out. That was terrible. That was so terrible. I can't believe that happened. Alright, I got a confession to make. I totally knew that was gonna happen, but you should have seen your faces. You're all like, "Oh my god, I'm so scared, I'm a big baby." Got you so good. So good. The big one. That was modeled after a 1974 disaster movie, Earthquake. But that's also a practical effect. That means it's tangible, you can interact with it, as opposed to a digital effect, which you cannot interact with. And it's usually edited later after film. Woo, boy. That was a lot, right? Yeah. You know what? I feel like I gotta make an extra. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take you to the beach. We're going to Amity Island! Woo! Now you might recognize it from the movie Jaws, but don't worry about it. The shark has been caught. You're gonna see it hanging right there on the right-hand side. Take that, Jaws. So feel free to kick off your flip-flops or dip your toes into the water. Because there's nothing in there that can bite them off. Right? Just relax. What was that? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, get your toes out of the water! Get your toes out of the water! Oh, there's somebody in there. Hey, you gotta get out! There's a shark in there!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, is that blood? Oh god, I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh boy. Oh boy. You know what? Okay, we're gonna hide behind these gasoline barrels. Just to be safe. There we go. Okay, don't worry, I've got you. We're gonna be alright. Nothing could possibly happen to us behind these gasoline barrels. Ah, there we go. That's good. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. Well, at least we're not being attacked by a shark. Oh no, we're being attacked by a shark! Well, you know, now we can all say that we survived a shark attack. I hope. So that was Bruce, our shark, named after the original shark named Bruce, who was named after Steven Spielberg's lawyer. And our Bruce worked pretty well today. However, the original Bruce did not. In fact, on the very first day of filming, it sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, which makes me laugh. I like to think about this big shark sitting at the bottom of the ocean, surrounded by real fish. Makes me giggle. There were so many problems with the original Bruce that the original cast and crew of Jaws called it flaws.
That's much of my shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work.
And so right over there on your left-hand side, you see that yellow house with the green roof. That was Boo Riley's house with the cool occupant. And right down that street is where Garfield lives. I bet you he's eating a plate of lasagna and picking Odie off the table right now. And over here on your right-hand side, this White House up here on the hill. This is a practical set that has an upstairs and a downstairs. And originally, this house was built inside of a soundstage, but it was taken apart and then rebuilt here. And it's been here for quite a while. And we will do that. We will hold on to sets that we think are very valuable and use them over and over again. And over here on your left-hand side, you'll see our Colonial Street. Now, this is what was Wisteria Lane for all the seasons of Desperate Housewives. And now we are headed up what's called Wilderness Road. Now, we call this Wilderness Road because we can put dirt over the concrete. We can lay down some fallen trees, sprinkle in some shrubbery, and we've got a dirt road out here. So that means we can be in our metropolitan set, let's say, hop into a golf cart, and come here and be in the middle of nowhere in a matter of 5 minutes. That's all it takes. That's kind of the great thing about the lot. 400 acres, and we use every single inch. We also overturned a limousine on this road for the show 911. And as you know, anytime there is a vehicle on screen, a television show or a movie, it is called a picture car. And you're not going to believe this, but coming up, I've got some more picture cars to show you. It's a pretty special one, too. It's yellow, it's black, and it's a Camaro. It is a Transformer. It is Bumblebee. That's right, on your right-hand side. What's up, Bumblebee? How you doing? Right behind Bumblebee is Mr. Bean's Green Mini, and these old-timey cars here from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And these hot rods right at the end. Well, that's from the Fast and Furious franchise. Growl, growl. Just reenacted a Fast and Furious movie for you. You're welcome. You know what? I'm getting kind of tired. So we're going to pull off to this little motel I know. It's called Bates Motel. Now, it only has 12 rooms, so we're going to have to double up. I hope everybody's okay with that. Let's see. I'm going to try to get the attention of the owner of the motel. His name is Norman. Maybe we can work out a deal, because he's really into customer service. So maybe we can figure something out here. There he is. Oh, hey, Norman, listen, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 175 people. So I was wondering if maybe we can work out a deal since you've got such few rooms, we got so many people. Think that'd be possible, Norman? 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 He's not listening to me at all. You know what? Maybe he's dealing with a customer right now. You know, like I said, he's really into customer service. See that? Look at that. You know, that is customer service. He's helping that nice lady out to her trunk. That is really weird. Okay. Hey, Norman, everything all right? Do we need to call anybody for you or do something? Norman? Norman? Okay, you know what? I just got my second win, so we're just going to keep on going, and Norman can continue cutting his steak or whatever he's doing, because we're just going to keep moving along. Oh, no. Ooh, that was close. Okay, all right. We are just going to keep going up this cycle path and check out Norman's mother's house. Now, this house was originally built with just a corner, because that's all that needed to be filmed for the original Psycho movie, but later on, in Psycho 2 and Psycho 3, they needed to film all around the house, so they built the rest of the house. So this house is just a facade. Again, that means there's nothing inside of it. Just like my head. And from a psycho house to a complete disaster area, we are coming up once more of the World Set. Now what you see here is an actual 747 plane that's been cut up and laid here. And this is a great example of set direction and set decoration, because the artists had to think about what would happen if a plane crashed into a neighborhood, what would get thrown about. So you look around, you've got dressers, sinks, toys, suitcases, Christmas decorations, lamps, and of course, plane parts. And Rick Carter and Steven Spielberg want to tell you a little bit more about their design.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision of Steven. Things that you sit down and talk about going, well, that thought was the 747 goes down the right hand, big neighborhood. Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. That's me. That's me. That's your first class, okay? Please, now close. Let me get in. Get in.
Now, this set wasn't just used for War of the Worlds and left here. We use it all the time. It was once used for the show Key and Peele, the sketch comedy show, which stars Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele. And as you may know, Jordan Peele has become quite a writer-director of thriller horror movies. And we have the set from his last movie, Neighbour, right over here. This is the actual set from the movie. It was taken from filming and rebuilt right here, almost exactly as it appears in the movie.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators all from the hundreds work together to take an impossible mission and bring it to life. This is Dreamers Plan, a nostalgic, small-time, Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jr. Over there, look into
Let's get out of here. Okay, everybody, I got a really important question for you. Would you like to be in a movie? Yeah? Yeah? I was hoping for a bigger response, and I blame myself. I don't think I asked the question correctly. So let me try this again. Hey, everybody, would you like to be in a movie? All right, let's go do it. We're going to be in a Fast and Furious movie. Now, you're going to need your 3D glasses. You don't need them yet. I'll let you know when to put them on. Before we head in there, please remember to stay seated and keep your arms and legs inside the tram at all times. Now, did you get the script to memorize before you got on the tram to be in this movie? No? Alright, well, this is going to be pretty rough. But all you got to do is say things like, "You never take my car, you reminiscent," or "Family is the best," and you'll be fine. Alright? Now, before we do head in there, we got to listen to these really important pieces of information. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you sharp for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Go into the next bedroom and meet you in.
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party. And where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Him?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm like,
You're under arrest right now.
ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out. Let's go, Cookie Puss. You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of the night. Call you back. It was on vibrate. Sean traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. I'm Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door. Roman, roll your truck. You do it, let me roll.
we can keep on rolling with the new Fast X movies.
I just think that's it's such an honor to
Check out the Fast X posters when you enter the tram. You can scan a QR code for a special ticket offer. Courtesy of the Fandango. Pardon me. See Fast X in theaters now. And we have done it, everybody. We have come to the end of the tour. Now, I hope you learned something about how television and movies are made that you didn't know before. You know, maybe at least it might even help you on a trivia night, right? I mean, that's the thing now. But more importantly, I hope you had a really good time. So I want to thank everyone again for joining us on our world famous studio tour. To our pass holders, thank you so much for being with us today. If you're not a pass holder, head to the Universal box office to see how you can upgrade today's ticket to an annual pass so you can come back again and again. And make sure you've downloaded the Universal Studios Hollywood app where you can confirm the park closes today at 10 and see showtimes for the Waterworld, check wait times for rides, and attractions to get the details on visiting Super Nintendo World. And on behalf of our amazing driver, Chris, how about another round of applause for Chris? And myself, Brian, and everyone here at NBC Universal. We hope you enjoyed your exclusive behind-the-scenes Hollywood experience. And please enjoy the rest of your day here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. And that is it. We almost got eaten by Jaws, but man, that was fun, right? Now, before we exit, please make sure to take all your belongings with you. Your purses, your souvenirs, your phones, and your children. Please do not forget your children. Jaws has already eaten for the day, so we don't need any more. They'll just spoil overnight. And I really hate to see good kids go.
Make sure you have all of your personal belongings.
Have a great day. Thank you so much. You guys were amazing. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.